In every part of the West there are demonstrations to remember Navalny, the opponent of Putin we already talked about in the previous video, who died in mysterious conditions in prison after being sentenced to 30 years. The demonstrations are all organized by the political parties of each faction, no matter what, but all Western or anti-Putin. In short, everyone remembers him as a great man, the only real opponent to the Russian Tsar who, looking closely, all this opposition materialized in only 2% preference, or nothing. What is most shocking, however, about this whole story is not the desire to demonstrate against an injustice that in my opinion is more than legitimate, but rather the way in which Navalny is remembered. A good man capable of fighting for humanitarian rights and the rights of oppressed peoples. Yes, of course, Putin's enemies like to tell it like this, but what do they show us about Navalny? Certainly not the videos where he incited the use of the gun against migrants that he was not ashamed to call cockroaches to be eliminated, or videos where he impersonated a dentist who eradicated a cavity that metaphorically were all minorities, alluding to nationalism as the best medicine, or the videos when he participated in the Russian march. Go and see what it is all about, surrounded by neo-Nazis with swastikas. Of course, they will not present him like that, but I am addressing all those who go to the demonstration and light a torch for him. This is the character that the Western press wants to remember. Now you can support one position rather than another, but these are the facts, and you can't turn a blind eye to the evidence. You have to do a little self-reflection. Do you really want to remember a person like Navalny as a saint just because you don't like Putin? Because if we have to enforce the rule my enemy's enemy is my friend, well, we risk becoming worse than those we want to fight. There are members of political parties who have proposed naming a square or a street after Navalny, rather than making a statue of him. Personally, I would think twice before doing something like that, because it would be the same thing as calling a square like SS Square. Can you imagine what a slap in the face to the historical dignity of this country that shed tears and blood to fight Nazism? And then what happened until yesterday? Anyone who stretched out their arm could be accused of neo-Nazism, and today we are here to hold torchlight processions? In short, you can't change your attitude just because it might be convenient, or because Uncle Sam wants you to do it that way. Personally, I always suggest thinking carefully about the positions you want to take, making the right inquiries and following your intelligence and conscience. If you find these topics interesting, like and activate the bell to help the channel grow. Thank you, and I'll see you again in the next video.